Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite things, breakfast. I love breakfast. Today what we're going to do is a blood orange cardamom Dutch baby pancake. It's light, it's airy, it's fluffy, it's impressive, and it's a really cool way to do a different spin on pancakes. So what are we waiting for? Let's do this. My dad and me used to be the early risers in the home, and so my dad always made breakfast. He would make some eggs, he would make toast, he would make hash, and it was always one of those moments that I loved to spend with him because it was just me and him in the morning, and then my mom and brother would come in and eat the rest. So it's kind of hard to describe what a Dutch baby pancake is. It's kind of a mix between a regular pancake, a souffle, sort of has the texture of French toast. It's like all of them mixed into one. I first got to know this recipe from Chrissy Teigen's book, Cravings. It was one of the first things I made from that cookbook. So I am very excited to be doing my own version that it was inspired by today. This is a spice called cardamom. It's very light, but it's very aromatic. It's good in savory dishes, it's good in sweet dishes, and it's also really good in a latte as well. So there are many uses that you can actually apply this to. We're gonna whisk that real quick. Almond milk, about a cup. Almond extract, 4 eggs. If you crack the eggs on a flat surface, you're less likely to get a shell in whatever you are putting them into. Melted butter, cannot forget the butter. Mix all of it in again. So there we go, we've got our nice lovely batter, see? I love blood oranges. I think they are so delicious. And the great thing about zest is it kind of gives a hint of the flavor of whatever citrus you're using instead of knocking you over the top with the juice of it. When I got pregnant with DJ, the first trimester, blood oranges were all I wanted. I wanted the juice, I wanted to eat them, I wanted to put them in syrup, I wanted to do everything with them, and I actually have a blood orange in my backyard, a blood orange tree. If blood oranges aren't in season, you can use regular oranges, you can use lemons. If you want to be really risk taker-ish, you could use limes. Grapefruit, you can do any kind of citrus because they're so versatile. That will also be going into the syrup. Look how pretty these are. I could just squeeze it right now, but I'm not because we have to use it. But look, they're just so beautiful. I think these are one of the most pretty fruits I've ever seen. Hands-on, guys. This stuff is hands-on. Hands-on and a little bit of mess. I have to talk to you guys about weekends at my house because when we would wake up, my dad would get the sports section out of the newspaper and then he would hand me the comics and we would sit and we would read the newspaper together. That's a memory that I will never forget. And he still to this day gets up, goes to the gas station, gets his coffee and gets his daily newspaper and he reads it. And I love that about my dad. Here we go. Cast iron skillets are great because it cooks all the way through, all the way around. There's heat that goes in the entire pan. Be careful when you use a cast iron skillet because it heats up everything, so you want to have at least something on your hand. You see that, how it's getting a little bit white and little bubbles? We're just going to wait a little bit for it to start bubbling. So you just take your batter, pour it in to your skillet, get all the deliciousness that sunk to the bottom. So you pour it in there and you take it straight to the oven. 20 minutes at 450. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, yes, okay. Weekends at my house now are a little bit different. We wake up when the baby wakes up, and if there's time and if it allows and DJ will sit still, we'll try and make breakfast. Now we have our ingredients for the syrup. We've got maple syrup, brown sugar, the juice from the oranges from earlier, the zest from the oranges from earlier, and some cinnamon. Now, what you're gonna do, whole bottle, all of the juice, all the brown sugar, your zest, and you throw the cinnamon stick right in there. Stir it all together, let it simmer for about 5 minutes. So while we're waiting for it to finish, we're gonna make the powdered sugar. Take your powdered sugar and add a teaspoon of cardamom to it and just mix that all together. Oh, it smells so good. What's really cool about this is also a nice fall recipe because you have the oranges and the cinnamon together. It makes it really warm. And then we strain it because obviously we don't want to put the big lemon stick, or I mean, we strain it because obviously we don't want to put the big cinnamon stick on the pancake. So you have a nice smooth syrup. Ta-da! Moment of truth. Ta-da! La la la! Your Dutch baby pancake. Smell it, smell it. Be very careful when you take this out because the whole entire pan is gonna be hot. Keep it out of reach of your kids. Wear a mitt. It's hot, it's hot, caliente. Every time you try it, it's gonna look different and you don't have to worry. That's just how the batter rises. And then when you take it out, it falls as well. That's just because the heat is going through the baby pancake, and when you take it out, it's not anymore, and it'll just kind of sink. That's kind of where the souffle-like tendencies come in, because it does sink a little bit, but it's perfectly okay. It'll taste delicious. It'll taste just as good, so you don't need to worry. So we've let it cool for a little bit, and what I'm going to do is put the powdered sugar on, and then we're gonna dive in. Yes, okay. Woo, there it goes all over. Now you can be heavy-handed, you can be light-handed. I kind of like it to look like snow just fell. Slice for me, I'll probably be very generous. Let's see, cut it so it's all crispy on the top, and then it's soft and doughy towards the middle. Ooh, I'm so excited about this because I know it's gonna be good. Take this piece right there, and then a little bit of the blood orange syrup. Okay, this is my favorite part. Hold on. Please make sure you tell me what are some of your favorite weekend breakfast dishes or brunch. Let me know in the comments and maybe we'll make one of them one day. And as always, please make sure to subscribe and I will see you later. See you later.